already know how we bringing it. Y'all already know. Live and lit coming at y'all. Let's get it.
Hey, yeah! Warm this thing up.
There we go.
Everybody coming up here too calm on this live and lit today. We got some stuff to talk about. We ready to have some fun. Hey, Bird Gang. Hey, mic check. Let me
mic check one. Mic check one.
Okay.
We are back. Eagles Live and Lit is back. We've been on hiatus for a couple of weeks, but we are back. Notion's back from vacation. We brought our boy DEEGIFTED. So for all you guys that watch the pregame show, you know, Eagles Live and Lit, that's where it's at. It's going to be the Eagles Live and Lit pregame show. We Them Birds has moved on. But, yeah, we're going to have some fun with it tonight. We got some very special guests in the building. You guys go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know where they can find you at and what you guys are all about.
What's up? I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. As you can see in the background from Eagles Talk, we talk about the same thing you guys talk about. It's all birds all day. And that's what we do. We get lit on our show too, a little differently. We like to enjoy our favorite adult beverage, but just like you guys do, we like to discuss our birds in a very relaxed manner. Just like, you know, we're not broadcast journalists. We fans just like you are, and we like to discuss our birds in the same manner that you do. So Dante the Dark Knight and my co-host Nichelle, introduce yourself, sweetheart.
Hey fellas, I'm Nichelle. I'm one of the big three at Eagles Talk. I got roped in, I don't know, a year ago now, Dante.
Yeah.
It was a different Shell, but I replaced the other Shell since he's away saving the world. And I bring a little bit different perspective to the crew at Eagles Talk. Happy to be here.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hey. No, she know what time it is, man.
Hey,
my guy.
You already know, man. It's been a minute, my guys. Yeah, warm this thing up, though. You know what time it is. You know you on with. You know who you rocking with. It's your boy Philly Notion. Hey, live and lit coming at y'all. Y'all know how we doing on late night. So, hey, look. Let's check this 4K form. I know it's been a somber day. We got some somber news. We're going to talk about it. But let's check this 4K. Hold up. Lambo, check. Hey, ring, check. Y'all know we all the way in there, gang. So if y'all new to this ride, y'all already know what to do. Go on, hit that subscribe. Because y'all know how we rocking. So, hey, fellas, appreciate y'all guests for coming on today. I know y'all heard some of the news. Hey, Bird Gang, kick it off. Let's go and do it how we do, man.
Hey, we're going ahead and talk about the hot topic. Let's go. Jason Kelce.
Yes, sir.
Getting elbow surgery. How you guys feeling about that?
Man, to be honest, you know, with Jason Kelce coming in, you know, they say it's a routine, you know, surgery. You know, if it's so much routine, then, you know, I'm gonna routinely be just as confident that Jason Kelce gonna come in and do the same exact thing that he always do. You know what I'm saying? Jason Kelce, I think was talked about today by Lane Johnson, basically saying, hey, he's one of the heartbeats of the team. Matter of fact, he said he is the heartbeat of the team. I know it's other players like Brandon Graham and other leaders on this team that plays a huge part, but for Lane Johnson to speak up on him, you know, it kind of just shows the amount of confidence that he still has in him. And, you know, he ain't saying no slack in him. Lane Johnson not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. If it's routine, you know, it's routine. But, you know, as long as he come out, you know, as as healthy as possible out of the situation, I'm not concerned, not one bit. Nick Sirianni, he don't even play a lot of the starters in the beginning, saying for preseason anyway. So, saying for him to have an extended time to recover, I think it's gonna benefit well. I don't expect no huge drop off from Jason Kelce at all.
All right.
Okay. I mean, I got to hear from the guests. Let me hear from Eagles talk. Michelle, you want to kick this one off? How do you feel about this Jason Kelce? I guess Jason Kelce injury news, surgery news we heard today.
Why the fuck now? That's what I'm saying. Why the fuck
Why you
now?
stealing my thunder?
You know what I'm saying? Why in training camp? Why if this is a surgery that's going to keep him out a month? Why the fuck now? I mean, we could have had this shit done in March, in April. You called off the fucking train. I mean the OTAs 2 weeks early. He could have had that shit back then. Why now? That's what I'm saying. Why now? And I get it. Don't get me wrong. He's a veteran. He probably don't need the training camp like the young boys need and all that. And it probably is saving his body from the pound and everything going on through training camp. But this could have been playing a lot better than this. You could have rested him during training camp and had this surgery done beforehand, because the way it looks, and I don't think that he's going to miss a game because it's going to be a month. And I think he's going to start that first game only because he has a streak going on right now, and they're not going to jeopardize that. So even if he comes out just for the first series, he's going to keep his streak going. But my whole thing is why now? We got the young boy, and I like the pick. Cam Jurgens. I love the pick when they picked him to be his replacement and all that. But hey, let's be real. We just saw the freaking the live practice where Jordan Davis puts his ass around like a crash test dummy and shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's what we really want to see on the opening day. So again, why the fuck now are they doing that?
Yes, sir. How you feel about it, Nicole? Is that what it is, Nicole?
It's Nichelle.
Nichelle.
My namesake just passed, so pour some out for her, Nichelle Nichols.
My bad.
I'm not as emotional about it as Dante. Because Jason Kelce is a warrior. And he got enough time to heal. I thought I would be more upset when I heard the news, but I thought about it. I was like, well, if it's a routine surgery, like you mentioned, and he has time to practice, get back and heal and be healthy, I see no problem with it. Would I have liked to seen it done sooner? Yeah, but maybe they didn't have the diagnosis sooner. So he's a warrior. He's going to battle back. I have no worry about Jason Kelce coming back, at least by game 2 or 3, even if it isn't game 1. I'm not worried about that.
The Eagles damn sure don't seem like they worried about it at all. Like we got a couple guys actually that's dealing with, some injury. Devonte Smith, you got the concussions things going on and stuff like that. But I don't see no panic from anybody in the, in the coaching staff or the coaching tree period to even have any concerns whatsoever. So, I think that's keeping everybody confident, and we got depth. You know what I'm saying? We got depth at a lot of positions. So, hey, I think it's not gonna matter too much, but hey, we'll see.
Yeah, actually, they said they think Dickerson could play center, right? I wouldn't put him there. I'll just let him keep playing. If it's week 1, Kelsey's out, either put the rookie in, put Sam Alla in, and the rookie can play guard, or you can have Driscoll play guard or something like that. But I'm not worried about, like you guys said, I'm not worried about Kelce.
We got a top line, yo. Like
he's a man. We got depth.
Listen. They released the top 10, category. I think earlier in the offseason, they was releasing them position by position, and we got Dallas Goedert in the top 10, Lane Johnson in definitely in the top 10, Jason Kelce in the top 10. This is a bona fide offensive line, and then so even with an injury like that, the depth is so good. But also, you can't even forget that we have a mobile quarterback, Jalen Hurts. if they can hold on long enough, Jalen Hurts is definitely aware enough and capable enough of scrambling out and making something out of nothing. That's what makes him so great. I believe Lane Johnson was even talking today about how he, didn't give up a sack last year. And a lot of that was contributed to the fact that you got a quarterback like Jalen Hurts that gets out of situations like that. So you can't forget about the depth, but you also can't forget that we have a mobile quarterback in Jalen Hurts that can, avoid situations like that.
Man, first off, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Forget all this, look, I'm concerned. Like, I'm with my man Dante over here. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm questioning the same thing, kind of why now, but then again, I mean, the training camp just started. These boys just went out there with pads on and started hitting. He felt discomfort. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jason Kelce is what, on the high, getting towards the higher end of 30, about 34, gonna retire pretty soon, getting an elbow surgery, expecting them to heal in exactly a month. I mean, clean out or not, I'm concerned as far as, I'm gonna tell you right now, this man is the quarterback of this O-line. Any replacement that we have is an immediate drop-off. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I do believe that Kelce will, somehow, just because of the nature he has, to keep that streak going, will put something around his elbow or whatever needed to go out there. But to expect him to be 100% and not re-damage it in a month healing, I'm concerned. So I've seen the same clips everybody else saw with Cam Jurgens. I'm asking who else, besides that would start.
Notion.
Oh,
everybody else got a Jordan Davis on their team. You can't be like, I see those clips and all of a sudden get all scared.
No.
Got a Jordan Davis on their team.
I'm not saying every team got a Jordan Davis.
In a million.
I'm just saying.
And Cam Jurgens held on. He
was trying
backwards, but at the same time, he held on. Hey, and Jalen Hurts probably would have.
Man,
y'all out of that. You know what I'm saying? But
I believe the kid will hold his own. Eventually, he's going to need experience. He's going to need, some NFL testing. At least,
it's not a concern until he actually start missing games. Right now, it is not a concern.
So I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all go ahead and again, I'm not until the season starts. Exactly, I'm gonna hold my reserve. But at the same time, I mean, again, this is a surgery that evidently he was feeling some kind of discomfort. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he got it corrected now, whether he got it corrected back in March or July. I don't know how this season is going to hold up for him. So I'm concerned about my man's health. That man is the quarterback of this O-line. If Jason Kelce ain't there, we're going to have some problems with our O-line in Philly, I believe. So, I mean, I still think, even without Kelce, we're still probably definitely a top 10, I would think. But we're going to have some struggles. It's going to take a little bit to fill a Kelce type of a role. That's all I'm saying.
After last year, we filled Brooks' spot last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brooks is a Pro Bowl guard. Like, one of the best to do it when he is healthy. So what makes you think we can't fill a Kelce? Like, will it be Kelce? No. But it'll be serviceable because the rest of the offensive line is dominating.
I agree with that.
I just hope it helps him get his snaps up. Because he snaps the ball in the dirt a lot.
On that.
Yeah, they was definitely getting that practice in early. Jalen Hurts was actually taking snaps from him in practice, so they already getting that down pack. I think it's already been communicated that Jason Kelce could possibly miss some time in practice, and it's the perfect time for guys to step up. This is when guys step up. Coming into this season, the offensive line is really the thing that is the best on our team. That is the one thing that was the least of our concerns, coming into the season. And it's going to continue to be like that for me anyway, just because of the talent and the depth and the fact that we do have a mobile quarterback. So it's not a lot of concerns for me. For real, the only concern that I really have so far, despite the injuries this season, is the connection between Jalen Hurts and Devonte Smith. Like, it's been a lot of hype about, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, which is great, which is fantastic. And Devonte Smith is actually out right now, I believe, with like a sickness. I don't know what he out for, but
hamstring.
He out. Hamstring. He out right now. But I still want to see.
Growing, 1 or 2. I forgot.
I still need to see. Like it's been a good training camp so far, and they say defense has been ahead. And like I said, we talking about concerns, but right now Jason Kelce isn't my concern. Right now, the biggest thing for me, because we all is predicated on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has to be able to get the most out of these wide receivers. All I've been hearing about is him connecting with AJ Brown and Dallas Goedert, and maybe a running back here and there, or Jalen Reagor. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been hearing a lot of connection between him and Devonte Smith. Do I think there's any concern at all? Like, wide receivers can be divas, you know what I'm saying? And everybody need their money. And if Jalen Hurts can't prove to, look at that third wide receiver, that kind of shows, whether he can be a franchise quarterback. Because if we have all these weapons, we're supposed to be able to maximize all this talent. But if we have all this talent and he's not able to get to the third read or the second read, it's a waste. So I think that's really my only concern right now. I need to see a little bit more.
And that's where the concern is, brother. Jalen won't even have time to be getting to his second, third read. If our Hall of Fame center, again, I'm not knocking Cam Jurgens because I think that the kid has some talent. But for him to be thrusted in this type of a role, I don't know. It's going to take some time regardless. Instant drop off. We talking Jalen Hurts is going to have to speed up that clock some, because it ain't going to be no just sitting there going through reads. Oh, we're going to have a problem if Kelce ain't out there. That's all I'm saying.
But you're talking about Cam as like last case scenario. You still
and who is behind that?
Sam Mala can play center. Remember, he was the person we drafted to replace Kelce in the first place.
We have some capable guys.
We needed a guard. He ended up playing guard. He played good guard. We won a Super Bowl with him. And then now, we got Landon Dickerson, so you don't need to play that guard spot no more. So you can move him over, move Driscoll back to right guard like we did some of last year. And I think we'd be perfectly fine. Like, Sam Miles bigger than Kels, can probably bring a different dimension to the run game or even the pass blocking game. For that matter, you got another big body in the middle there doing this thing. So I'm not worried about it 0%. Like,
so y'all don't have any concerns so far doing training camp?
The Lions.
So y'all don't have no concerns throughout this whole training camp? None?
No, I'm with my man. I am worried about it because we're assuming that Cam Jurgens can come in and replace a potential Hall of Famer. We're talking about a rookie here. And I don't know what his talent level is yet. We don't know that. But I do know that he's a rookie, right? So to say that you're not worried is to say that Cam Jurgens is going to come in and replace a potential Hall of Famer. Don't give me that they have the same physical body type and all that. Cam Jurgens just does not have the NFL experience that Jason Kelce has. So there is going to be some type of drop-off. I'll give them credit because they are giving him he's getting a lot of first-team reps while Kelce is out. So that's going to bode well for him. That's going to help him. He's going to play a lot in the preseason where Kelce would have probably not played anyway. So he's going to get that experience. But to think that he's going to come in and just pick up the slack where Kelce is, I'm talking about a Pro Bowler. I'm talking about a Hall of Famer here. We're talking about a potential Hall of Famer. That he's going to come in, recognize the same reads as a 13-year veteran or thereof. That's very, very optimistic. Very, very optimistic. Think that he can do that.
I'm not.
So I'm worried about that.
But you saying like he can't hold his own? Like he got drafted as a center. It ain't gonna be the first time he plays center. That's what you have Jalen Hurts there for. That's what if I'm looking at Jalen Hurts as a franchise quarterback, then I'm expecting Jalen Hurts to know this offense, which he should, and is going into his second year. He needs to be able to communicate those things to Jason to whoever the center is. You know what I mean? And good thing he is gonna be getting these reps. So as far as Jason Kelce, I know he is a great talent. And he is like a quarterback on the team and on that offensive line. But if I have Jalen Hurts, who I'm expecting to be a franchise quarterback, You supposed to be making those reads. I don't care if you don't see it. You supposed to be seeing it. You supposed to be showing these type of qualities as a leader to be able to overcome, something as far as that. Now, if it's like this dude just getting bunny hopping backwards with everybody, and it's not just Jordan Davis, then okay, then we have a problem. But if the dude can hold his own,
oh, we lost him.
Oh,
Houston,
shit.
we have a problem.
Yeah, nah. I think he was on to something, man. Again, I don't think none of us really, we don't want this scenario. I mean, honestly, I think we all want Kelsey out there healthy, but at the end of the day, I don't know who beyond Cam Jurgens. We have to count on him, you know what I'm saying, to be our next center.
Who played center when Jason Kelsey stepped out the last game?
Then we had wasn't it like
it was
Nate
Herbert.
Herbie?
We don't even have Herbert. No
Herbert's not even
Herbert,
there anymore.
yeah.
But I'm saying you guys keep saying Cam. I think we're doing what we do when you spend a second round pick on a alignment. You get them reps. You get them as much reps as possible.
Look, he got to be somewhat good because every year is a year Jason Kelsey is potentially retiring. So he only got a year or two. So he gonna need as much experience as possible. Coming in. So regardless, he got to be the guy because that's what they drafted him for.
No, I think you give him all these reps in the offseason and you still start Sam Malu. Like he can play center. He played guard at a high level. He can play center. He cross-trained. And then you let Driscoll come back and play guard like he did last year. And we don't miss a beat. We're still moving. We're still marching. We still got one of the best offensive lines in the league.
I really think one of our saving things, though, is looking at our season games that we have. So we got the Detroit Lions week 1. Even if it takes some time for them to come back to 100%, who we got first game? The Detroit Lions. What's their pass rush? I don't think they, had no scary type of rush. Next after that, we got the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Then we got, what is it, Washington? Is it Washington? Yeah, we got Washington. And then it looks like my bad. Hold on a minute. Oh, dang. Hold on. I'm looking at this wrong schedule. Yeah, y'all got to let me know who's after that. But I need to know who, from that pass rush. I mean, again, if he's going to have to take some time off, It is what it is. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, Cam Jurgens is going to have to hold his own, especially against these Lions. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who's out there for center. We better beat the Detroit Lions week 1. That's how I feel.
Facts.
That's cool, man. So we might as well just transition into the preseason. Personally, I'm not expecting the starters to start. I'm not expecting to really see much. I'm expecting to see the same exact thing that we saw last year. But I feel like as long as we got all our guys week 1 and we coming in damn near fully healthy, because we was one of the healthiest teams we ever been in a long time. I'm so used to guys just dropping like flies. Shit, if it take just only our practices and these guys are damn near, we still had some injuries last year, with Brandon Graham and but it was definitely not as traumatic as it been for a few years. And so I feel like continuing with that trend and just improving on just that philosophy and not having those guys practice or play in the preseason. Hey, if we can get to week 1 fully healthy, I'm definitely expecting to be 1-0. I'm not looking at Detroit as like they just gonna lay over, because mind you, it's the first game of the season. Every team comes into the season hype and believing that they have a shot. So I'm not looking for it to be just an example of what we did last year, which we dogged them. I'm not looking for that. But I'm damn sure looking, for our guys to be fully healthy and for me to fully evaluate, how the team, is looking. So yeah, I'm looking for that 1-0.
Yeah, I'm looking for 1-0. I'm looking even past that. I'm looking for 4-0. So we don't need a slow start. This schedule is set up for us for us to thrive. We have the 3rd weakest schedule and one of the most improved rosters in the NFL. If we can't turn this into at least a double-digit win season. I'm looking at least 11 games. My prediction, 11 games. But it all starts with these first 4 games are gimmies. We cannot we cannot come out and lose to the Detroit Pistons. I mean, Detroit Lions. I'm sorry, Detroit Lions. It's no way in the world that can happen. That's going to derail a lot. What we cannot do is we cannot think that we're going to come out 2-5 this year and bounce back in the second half. There's no excuse for that type of start. So I'm looking for this team to come out strong. So that's the biggest reason why I'm worried about Jason Kelsey, because I don't want that. There's no gimme games, and we can't rest on any laurels because we don't have any. I know we added A.J. Brown, but let me say this. All right, so our strongest point on offense last year was the run game. Do we come out and we build off of the run game and incorporate the pass off of what the run sets up, or do we come out and try to establish the pass game, try to make that prominent, and not be our strength as far as we know with this team from last year?
I think we're too pass happy. I think that's what got us 2-5 last year. You always establish the run first. We need balance. We need balance. We need a balance. We don't have all these running backs for what?
60-40, 70-30, 60-40. Like, I think towards the end of last year, we were more like 60-30, more run than pass.
Yeah, I think we should be more like more 70-30 pass, 40 run, but we also went away from the run way too much. So I think our for us to have a fast start and to get to 4 games, the play calling and our schemes have to be better. We have vanilla. People knew what we were running before we were running it.
Facts.
Yeah.
All the time. Facts. Like it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, run, pass, pass, run, pass. It's vanilla. We had the most vanilla offense ever.
Do you think the coaching staff realized that and they're going to come back a lot better? Because I think the coaching staff.
I hope so.
I believe so. I mean, we've seen them make a transition. The type of games that she was just mentioning is games that I vividly remember. Them coming out and the game plan looked totally different from the game plan that they'd come out in the second half. So we've seen them, make the transition and adjust during the game and throughout the season. So I have no question that they can adjust, but if we looking for our team to be a Super Bowl caliber team, we need to show some type of consistency. We need to be able to come out on fire, and really, this is a season where we not only evaluating the team, we evaluating Jalen Hurts too. So I'm expecting us to come out 4-0, 5-0, but like my guy mentioned, I don't know if we're gonna be doing that by air or are we gonna be running the ball, because that kind of matters. If we're passing it or trying to pass it, and it's kind of the same type of stuff that we seen in last year where we tried to and we couldn't, so we had to transition and lean more towards the run game. That's gonna also tell a lot about Jalen Hurts and just how you can win with him. So I'm expecting us to be I'm expecting us to be undefeated going into that Dallas game, and I'm expecting us to finally beat Dallas. Now after that, I kind of just hold off right there. I kind of break the season up into sections, and so from there, I'm gonna say we undefeated, but it's gonna really depend on, like she said, how's the coaching, because it matters. The position that you putting Jalen Hurts in and what his skill set is, all that matters. And damn sure on defense, this is a proven year for Jonathan Gannon. We still got a lot of questions, that has to be answered, because Jonathan Gannon hasn't shown the ability to adjust, in my opinion. And just the team in general on offense, hasn't been consistent as far as winning games. We looking at the schedule as like, damn, we should be this, we should be that. What it's gonna take? It's gonna take consistency. 3-game winning streaks, 4-game winning streak. Are we going to be capable of doing that? And we have, in order to be capable of doing that, you can't just be a run team. You can't just be leaning on the pass and people gonna automatically know what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be a fine balance for sure. But I think going into Dallas, we need to be undefeated because we, as Eagles fans, we care about beating Dallas. If it's one team that we have to beat, it's Dallas, and we got smacked by them. So the Dallas game, I for real, as easy as, like my guy said, the third easiest ranked schedule. As easy as it is, we do have games throughout the season that are proven games. Now I don't got the schedule in front of me. I know one of y'all do, but it's certain games throughout the season that are proven games, and that Dallas game is damn sure the proven game where we should be able to tell what type of team we should have an identity by then. And last season, it took us a while to even have an identity. That's something that needs to be solved this year. Shouldn't be an issue.
So listen, I completely agree with Nichelle's statement, and I agree with yours also. Just on the fact of, listen, like, we need balance, right? But at the same time, look, we know what our identity is now. Like, we got a run game on this team. So in my opinion,
they trying to change the identity.
What happened? You said to change the.
I said they trying to change the identity. They trying to be more of a passing team.
And that's look again. That's why
so
we
that's how they gonna come out.
We gave Sirianni and that whole offensive coaching staff the pass last year. Did y'all forget? Like, I went to the Dallas game, right? Was straight embarrassed looking at the stat sheet afterwards. Do you know how many times we ran the ball? It was pathetic. We didn't run the ball in their house, and we got mocked. So we carried that same theme over and over and over. I mean, all the fans were seeing it. Everybody knew what kind of plays we was running. We wasn't running the ball. So, yeah, there's no more passes this year. There's no more these coaches are learning. Oh, no. We know we have a strength in the run game, and we need to use it. So, again, I understand, Jalen Hurts may have worked on some of his passing game and everything, but at the end of the day, if we got a strong suit in running, I say go more heavy running. I mean, sprinkling the passes when needed, but we need to stick to what's working. And that's the number one rushing offense in the NFL. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to say for the record, they're going to force feed the pass. That's just my feeling. I think they're going to do the same thing because this owner and this front office wants to see a high-powered offense. They went and got A.J. Brown. They didn't go get him for us to have a strong running game. Believe that. They went to get him because
he
did come from a, and that's to our benefit. Yeah, that's our benefit if we use him correctly. But this owner has been on the record.
We didn't get a Heisman Trophy winner, Devonte Smith, to be a run.
Right, exactly. We didn't do that to be a
Heisman
run team.
Trophy winner.
So I think they're going to force feed or try to feature the passing game such as they did last year in the beginning of the year before they realized let's do what our team is best equipped to do, and that's to run the ball. And once they went there, we found much success. Now, I personally think they're going to abandon it again to try to force feed or establish that passing high octane passing offense. And hopefully we can stay on a winning path until they come to their senses again and realize we need to run the ball first and let the pass come off the run. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah,
and if it happens, remember you saw it and heard it here first.
Can we bring up something about the O-line now? I love our O-line. Like we've all said, the O-line is one of the best in the league. However, our O-line has some pass blocking issues, and it's not talked about enough. You want to talk about things that are not talked about? Watch the tape. Our pass blocking kind of sucks. So when we talk about the passing game, our O-line can plow the road all day on a run or a run after the catch. But for a straight pass play, I can't even get off 1,000, 1,000 before somebody's in the backfield.
I tell everybody, we have a run style offensive line. You got pass blocking offensive linemen, you got run blocking offensive linemen. We got mammoth on our offensive line. These guys are big, giant. They ain't trying to backpedal. I keep telling everybody, all that passing that we did, that's how big key players got hurt from all that backpedaling. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not built for that. They're built to be road graders, open up holes for Jalen, just run an attack. I think we will go out, and I think Nick and Shane has realized that they will have to run the ball early in the season. I don't think they're digress and go back to what they did last year, but I think they're going to understand that we can have a lot of passing yards with the style offense we have without throwing the ball that much more. We don't have to have the 40 to 50, um, 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 attempts a game to be an explosive offense. AJ Brown did come from the most heavy run offense there is in the NFL, even more than us. Derrick Henry, when he's healthy, he's getting 300 something, 400 carries a year. And the fact that AJ has those stats in a run heavy offense, when you're trying to compare AJ to all these other receivers, it's like, yeah, they might have a little bit more here or there, but it's like he has less targets than any of the star receivers that are out there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give that his respect for that, and knowing that he can run block. The dude's a big physical beast. Not only is it going to help our run attack, like he can take a 5-yard slant to the house because he's a running back once he gets the ball. So I just think his dynamics that he brings, him being able to push Devonte to the number 2 slot, being able to push Quest to the number 3 spot. You know what I'm saying? Now Quest is the 4th target for the play. It's like that's great. There's not very many defenses out there that got more than 2 good cornerbacks, or coverage guys in that secondary. And we got, 4 easily. And then you got Pascal. If Rager continues to do what he does, I know we're going to talk about Rager a little bit, but if Rager continues to do what he does and actually can perform this year, now you're talking about the deepest receiving core in the league. Like who got a better 5? Last year wasn't that our receiving core sucked. It's just they were young. They were young. Devonte was a rookie. He had to learn how to beat double teams and how to get off press coverage. And he's a little guy. He's welcome to the NFL moments. He dropped some early too. Quez Watkins going into his 2nd year, he had 700 something yards. He got better and he's faster. So you're looking at a guy like that he was doing against number 2s last year. Now he's going against number 3s, safeties, covering linebackers, man. It's about to get crazy. I'm talking like best show on turf type stuff if the coordinators can call it up. I think all the pressures on the coordinators, the skill position players are there. I think Miles Sanders has a huge year this year. I think he probably leads our teams in touchdowns if you're not naming Jalen Hurts. Because I think he got a lot of rent to pay, and it's been a while since he paid this rent. It's time for him to make them payments.
You said who? Who
let Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders ranking in touchdowns. Hey, and real quick, I just wanted to shout out my guy.
Touchdowns last season.
Yeah, do say it. But let me shout out my guy TB71 real quick because I completely agree with this. And this is I think the strategy how we need to approach it. Establish the run first. Let them stack the box, then things should open up for AJ, Smitty, everybody pretty much. Y'all already know. So again, as long as we come with a not neglect the run, which we saw that last year, that was terrible to watch. We just abandoned the run, didn't even knew it existed. So, yeah, definitely that's the kind of approach I'm expecting to see this year.
You got to run to set up the pass. You don't pass to set up the pass.
Well,
it's never worked.
I wish
that's never been a thing, ever.
You know how many games we lost last year because of that mindset? It was ridiculous. We could have at least been an 11-win team last year if we would have ran the ball. That's sad. And ain't no passes floating this year. That's all I'm saying.
And with all this talent, they shouldn't even know if we're running or passing. That's how vanilla our schemes were. They shouldn't even know. They shouldn't even know if it's a pass or a run play. They dialed in on everything we did last year. Everything. Too vanilla. There's no creativity in some of the play design right now.
Yeah, for real. I think the RPO should be huge to our advantage. With Jalen Hurts being able to run the ball, and then if Miles Sanders can actually stay healthy, I know he had a little spat in the media, talking about the report that was made on him about running with second teams. But, he has to, realize that he has to be available, to even be able to showcase what he can do. You can't be injured and then talking about, opportunities. That just don't make sense to me. So, saying for him to be effective in the passing game and then for the RPO game to be, effective. Mind you, we do got AJ Brown, so that quick slant, you get a ball to a guy like AJ Brown, a big physical guy like him who literally snatches the ball from defenders, and it's hard to bring down. You put a small point on him, he's definitely probably stepping all over him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that can be effective, but I don't want to just focus on AJ Brown. We have all weapons. We got Devonte Smith, and like I said, we is evaluating the Eagles, but we also evaluating Jalen Hurts. If my idea of a franchise quarterback with no face, no name, no nothing, he is with all this talent. I'm expecting us to make it far. I'm expecting us to at least make a NFC championship appearance, especially how the schedule is lined up. But we still got a lot of questions, like the coaching staff. They have to be able to put these guys in position. I don't want AJ Brown to be, just that one other read, because we already kind of seen that last year. It's just gonna be, replaced. We seen it was just Dallas Goedert and Devonte Smith. Now it'd be something similar to Dallas Goedert and AJ Brown, and maybe AJ Brown is a little bit more effective, but this is a big year for Jalen Hurts. He needs to be able to show that he can, overcome a lot of the small things, because at the end of the day, he got everything he needs. There's no excuses. I mean, of course, if injuries come into play, but there's no excuses for this guy. None whatsoever.
Well, I would say this. He's on the clock. I agree with that. But as my co-host always says on our show, the coaches are also on the hot seat there, because they have the play design was not very creative last year. We need to see more. We need to see better play scheming.
So let me ask you this: who is under more pressure, the head coach or Jonathan Gannon? I mean, now it's somewhat pressure on Shane.
Well, I say I group them all together. I think all of them are on the hot seat. Gannon, because they've given him gifts this offseason. They've given him tools. He no longer has the excuse that he had last year that he couldn't run what he wanted to run because he didn't have the personnel. He has the personnel now to run the 3-4 he wants to run the hybrid 3-4 that he wants to run. He has linebackers. He has a secondary, maybe a little question on the safeties, but he has enough on that defense now to do what he needs to do. So we need to see him step up. He's on the hot seat. We need him to step up and be more aggressive.
Nobody should have 80% completion percentage on us.
No. Yeah, I'm exactly saying that.
Three quarterbacks.
That's what the hell I'm saying.
That had 80% complete. They had record days against it. So basically, from the defensive standpoint, we shouldn't have nothing like that again.
No.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. We should not have.
We should be top 10 in pass.
We were top 10. We were top 10.
Top 5. I mean, because I already know we was 9th last year in passing yards allowed, and we was also ranked 9th in rushing yards last season. So with the talent,
did it feel like that?
We should be top 5.
Did it feel like that? We were at the end of the year when the smoke, when the dust settled, we were top 10. But did it feel like a top 10 defense? It didn't feel like a top 10. I'm talking about this year. We should be a top 10 defense, and it should look like a top 10 defense. I'm talking about we got 2 shutdown corners.
Yeah.
We got a defensive line that's massive. We have athletic linebackers. This should feel like a top 10 defense this year.
Yes.
It should look like we should have turnovers. I want to see sacks. I want to see all that. Yes, I want to see all that.
Yo,
I want all the smoke.
I agree with somebody said. Somebody said this in a stream yesterday. Somebody said we should be a type of defense. We should have a shutdown defense. We should have some games where we shut teams out. It is what it is. And I agree. I agree.
Donuts.
We should be giving up.
It's the same as the offense, though. In a balanced attack. Because like you said, he has his players now. He can run that zone defense.
Look,
we have enough defensive linemen and linebackers to get to those quarterback just off of them. He can run that zone defense, cover defense if he wants to now. Like I said, we needed 3 new linebackers. We got 4. We got a better cornerback. We got a better safety coming in with Tarp, or even if Epps does beat out Tarp, and he's having a great training camp right now, so we see what he can do. It's not going to matter. That defense is going to be dramatically better. Jordan Davis bringing to the rotation, that's a monster. I think the sky's the limit for this.
He's either getting fired or he's getting promoted. It's either one of those. It's either one of those for the season. And honestly, I think he's under the most pressure because, as my guy said, he got all the gifts. You got all the gifts. You know, imagine you giving somebody all the gifts and then they just, you know, shit on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's mad disrespectful. So, like I said, he's either getting fired or he's getting promoted. Now, Nick Sirianni, I think he has a little bit more leeway just on the stream. Jalen Hurts is, you know, the big focal point of the team, and everybody's looking at him. So he's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, the scapegoat, especially considering the fact that we basically put ourselves in position to replace him. So, you know, it's going to give Nick Sirianni a fresh start. So I think as far as the coaching staff go, I think Jonathan Gannon is under the most pressure. And I think Shane Steichen is going to be looked at a lot too, because, you know, Nick Sirianni spoke about him handing over
he pushed that off. Nick cleared himself from that.
Which I think was good too.
This year.
Which I think was good, because Nick Sirianni seemed like he was all over the place early in the season. So I'm expecting, you know, a more focused team, a more focused coach, you know, going into the first few games. And Shane Steichen, I expect him to put us in position, and if not, it's gonna be evident who calling the plays. I mean, it's gonna revert back to Nick Sirianni because he got to sign off on everything before. But you know, at the end of the day, we gonna be all looking at Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon, because those guys are the guys that's putting us in position. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we could start off 6-0. I'm really expecting an NFC Championship appearance. I don't care how it look. But I'm just saying, I know that's way farther down the line, but if you're looking at our schedule and the opponents, we should beat Detroit, and following all the way up into Dallas. We only got a few testers throughout the season. I need to pull up the schedule, but we only got a few tester games throughout the season. We could easily have one of the best records in the NFC, because let me ask y'all, who is the top teams y'all believe are in the NFC period?
Well, the Rams, you got to go with the Rams.
You got to go with the
Rams.
Tampa Bay only for name only, but they have some holes in their defense.
And they just lost a big guy.
They just lost their center.
Their center, that's a huge move.
You still got to put Green Bay in the mix.
We're the best.
Yeah, Green Bay.
I'm saying it. We're the best team in the league.
Up, but okay.
I know. They choke a lot. But
Green Bay never show up, but okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. And Green Bay gonna lose with Devonte Adams. I think that's
and they got
and no one's really talking about
and
it.
us. You got to count us. You need the fourth finger.
Who
up
else
there.
now?
How high do you guys think we are? Because I tell everybody
that's 3 teams. Come on, I'm waiting for another NFC team.
Niners.
Not Seattle. Seattle, no, not Seattle.
Niners.
I put the Niners over.
The Niners, I'll put them up there.
The Niners. People starting to talk about the Saints too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the Saints come in and out.
I don't know about the Saints.
Inconsistent. They're a little.
Their quarterback just got. Their quarterback got to be out for like 6 weeks.
Yeah. So
and even when
he might come back the second half of the season. We'll see.
But I'm not scared of him. I mean, who's scared of Jameis Winston? Who's scared of him?
What about
nobody?
Arizona?
Oh man.
Arizona.
I might put them up.
I'll put Arizona up there.
Okay, yeah, we got some people saying Arizona. I mean, yeah, really, when you look at the whole NFC, there's not a true, just a threatening, dominant team. The NFC is wide open.
Barely name the quarterbacks on the teams that's in the NFC. But if you look at the AFC, I guarantee you pull up every team up in the AFC, you can name every quarterback for each team. Can't say the same for the NFC at all. You know what I mean?
The AFC West got the best quarterbacks in the league. The AFC West by themselves. Are you kidding me? Russell Wilson,
everybody over
Herbert,
Lamar,
who else? Mahomes. This is just in the West.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, man.
Josh Allen.
But we don't have those type of quarterbacks. And when we face a top ranked quarterback, it's got to look different. It's got to look different than 80% completion percentage against our defense.
And that's
not going to look like that. I'm going to say it now. It better not look like that.
We better not.
Let me ask everybody this, because we got a game coming up this Friday, right? And I like to know, I know it's preseason games, what's everybody looking for? Is there anything in particular anybody's looking for this game, or truly trying to watch? Well, we got the Jets first game. I mean, from what I'm hearing, I think Okay.
I'm looking for some
Special
good
teams.
guacamole to go with my Coronas because
I know that's right.
it's
But I'm
nothing to
looking for
look at. It's
special
nothing.
teams.
Hey,
It's nothing to
Right.
look at. There's nothing to see here unless you just want to evaluate the
I'm not
second and
finna.
third
Yeah.
string because that's all we're going to see. So
Yeah,
this
pretty
Friday,
much.
I'm just going to be excited to see football and see my
Just want
team
to
on
see
the
some
field because
plays.
I'm always geeked about that. But to be realistic, it's not going to be much to see as far as evaluating how this team is going to look in the regular season. This is not going to give us a glimpse into any of that. We're going to be running vanilla everything, vanilla offense, vanilla defense. It's just going to be to get young guys some experience on the field, and some of them need that. Jordan Davis is probably going to play a great deal, even though he's a rookie. But they don't play the starters in the preseason. That's just been the way it is, and that's how we stayed healthy last year. Is because they keep everybody out of the preseason. So we're going to see a lot of the young people, and they need that experience. Cam Jurgens is going to need that experience, especially if
fighting for
we
their jobs.
expect him to take the place of Kelsey. He's going to need those snaps and stuff like that. But outside of that, no, I'm just looking for some good guac to go with my chips. That's all.
Okay. We got any players? I see some people. They said some people were ready to check out Kyron Johnson. I see we got
I like him,
Reed
man.
Blankenship. Okay.
I like Kyron, man. For some odd reason, I'm a big energy person, and especially being an Eagles fan or just being a fan, period, or of anybody you admire or look up to. When you watch a video of them or you get to see them, you just kind of evaluate just they vibe or they aura, and like just hearing Kyron. I remember after he had got drafted, they showed like a video of him just at home, just got drafted. His family was in the other room or whatever, and it was just, I don't know, it was just something that was so authentic about him and so just down to earth. It was just like, then just seeing his play on the field, it just all correlates together. The guy plays with just a tremendous amount of spirit. He plays with great faith, and he just out there trying to be a dog. So he looking to make his mark up on the playing special teams. That's something that I know that he fully embraced. But I'm definitely not gonna be shocked if he out there and he playing on the end and he rushing that edge and he out there able to make a play. He's a guy that flies around with a high motor, and hey, I like him. I like him a lot, actually.
I'm gonna tell y'all real quick because listen, for my entertainment purposes, I'm truly gonna be watching this, man. I know y'all, part of the hate club, but JJ Arthega-Whiteside, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if this man comes out here as a tight end and starts making plays and somehow finds his way to this roster, I am purchasing this man's jersey. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there right now. I'm pulling for him. I don't know if he's gonna slide in as a tight end, but this man was one of the best blockers that we had, so it's gonna be for my entertainment. I'm gonna be watching this man come Friday if I can. So, hey, I'm pulling for you, JJ. You heard it here first.
He possibly could. We is looking for
we kind of thin right now.
Yeah. We in the market for a tight end, I believe. But man, look, you asked what I'm looking for in this preseason. I'm looking for somebody new. I'm looking for somebody new to make some plays. I'm looking for some highlights. You know what I'm saying? Because for real, if you playing straight up, it's a lot of mental. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready. I know know your assignments. It's all about technique. So I'm looking for those highlight plays. I'm looking for them guys to cheat a little bit because they smart. I mean, watching tape or they practicing their fundamentals and stuff. So I'm really looking for somebody up on that DB, up on the defensive line. If I can see a little bit of Jordan Davis, I think that'll be beneficial. Like if Jordan Davis can get up on the field, I definitely want to see how he play, because I made a whole video talking about how Jordan Davis could be possibly the anchor up on this defensive line, and he's surrounded by great talent. I mean, Eagles legends, and I remember we was talking about the offensive line earlier and about how the pass protection and everything. I think the pass protection is okay, because you have Super Bowl legends. You got guys that played in the Super Bowl, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey. You got another guy adding Jordan Mailata, and all these guys is playing on the opposite side of Jordan Davis, which basically iron sharpens iron. These guys are going to constantly get this guy better. He is working alongside another Super Bowl champion in Fletcher Cox. You know what I'm saying? So, he got these guys to lean up on. I'm expecting big things. So I would really be excited to see Jordan Davis up on there and Nakobe Dean. I think they said he been kind of struggling a little bit, but our linebacker room packed. And shoot, that's another thing. As much as we've been talking about these linebackers, let's see these guys get out there and make plays. If we just playing straight up, let's see who, filling the holes, filling the gaps. Because we all know last year that was a huge problem. We had guys that was getting ran all up on, because Alex Singleton, he making tackles, 6-7 yards down the field. He not able to fill the holes. But, I just want to see Jordan Davis. I want to see that defense really out there making some plays.
Ain't nobody nervous about our safety group out here. I see people saying, Marcus Epps needs reps. Ain't he a starter? Y'all expect to see Marcus Epps out there getting some work?
He's young though too.
But I've been hearing good things about him. I've been hearing good things by the coaches and things like that, and we trust that they know what they're seeing a lot more than we see it. So he flashed last year. I think he did a good job last year. So I think it's his time, and I think he's going to step up. I did see in the comments though that somebody said Britton Covey, and I've heard that he's been shining in training camp and getting some reps with the first team. So I am eager to see what they're talking about. I like to see it on the field. So Covey, I like to see him. He's also got the possibility to be a returner, and we definitely need some excitement in the special teams because our special teams have been he was trash. So if we can get any type of excitement, any type of production out of that group there, I'm eager to see that. So I'm looking forward to seeing Covey too, and then the young guys too. But again, I don't know how you want to see them shine. You do want to see them do that. Even if it's against the other team's second or third string, you want to see them do well. It's not a true measure of what they can do because they're playing against the second and third string. But in doing that, you still want to see them tear them up. You know what I'm saying? You want to see them tear them up. So if Jordan Davis is going up against the second and third string, I want to see him dominate. I want to see him dominate the second and third string.
Some things can translate into the regular season because I remember last year, in the preseason, I don't know if anybody remember, we was getting ran all through in the preseason. But what we kept saying, it's just preseason. These the backup. These guys. But, hey, everybody play up on our defense. Everybody get filled in. Everybody substitute. Everybody play. So, when we gave that a pass, then the season started, and we was getting ran early in the season. We was getting ran all through. That actually translated. I don't need to see that no more. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of showed that once a team actually get in position and they able to establish something, it happened throughout the whole game. It didn't show that Jonathan Gannon made any adjustments. He didn't do it in the preseason, and you know what I'm saying? It translated into the regular season. It was just consistent. If it happened throughout the game, it was no stopping it. It was just happening. Just like with the passing. Once it started, it was happening the whole game. Once quarterbacks was completing passes, hey, that's just what it was. It was all season. We would be watching the game, just waiting for something to change. And it never did. So
no, I was gonna say, and you gotta understand, bro, some of that stuff was intentional though, right? Like, so I understand it to an extent. They're not going to scheme in these games, really, right? But at the same time, they want to see where these kids' gas tank is at. So they stress these kids all the way out to see who's out there quitting on the field. Let me find out one of the players would have quit came, preseason for getting work like that. They got tested. Now, I get what you're saying, though, came the season time. There, we should have been adjusting for some of them like that.
It was still like that, bro. It was still.
I expect to see him get gassed this preseason game.
Yeah. If I'm seeing that again, then it's gonna look like, the same thing. It's as fans, we look for something. We look for the things that's been happening consistently to base our thoughts and opinions on. And if I consistently keep seeing this dude, not adjusting or the defense is getting ran up on, it's gonna really show a lot about Jonathan Gannon. Like, I really think his seat is the hottest in Philadelphia right now because he got all the tools. We better not. I'm telling you. And then it don't make it no better. The schedule is as easy as it is. He better not be giving up 80% completions to who?
That's probably the best quarterback we're going
to. Facts.
To who?
Defense wins championships. Period.
At the end of the day, and that's the best point. At the end of the day, defense wins championships. So as much as we evaluating Jalen Hurts, and as much as he is, saying how much he can do, the defense at the end of the day gotta make stops. If you watched a lot of the games that happened last season, half the time the team that got the ball first, which was the other team, by the time Jalen Hurts first touched the ball, we was already down by 7. So you putting the team in already in the messed up position. That better not happen next season. With the talent that we have, there is no reason more than half the games that we played last season, when the other team got the ball first, they scored first, and Jalen Hurts always had to start the game more than half the season already down by 7. That should not happen if we have a talented defense.
That part.
Defense wins championships.
That part.
All right, I got to address the comment that's on the screen. We still do the shots on our show. You just make sure you tune in and you get it in with us. I got my shots going right here.
I just found mine today.
They lit though. They lit. Y'all don't see the pregame. They are actually lit. Y'all don't see what goes on in the pre-show.
They don't
but
know.
Believe me, they are lit. You know what I'm saying? It might be another substance, but they lit. Don't get it twisted.
Eagles live and lit.
Eagles live and lit.
Live and lit. We get it.
But yo, this has been incredible, man. We really appreciate the opportunity to come on and bust it up with you guys and talk about what we like to talk about the most, and that's our favorite football team, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. And you guys, to give you guys credit, you guys do an excellent job here, man. I've been listening and following you guys before, and to be a part and in the midst of it, I'm honored to be here, man, and to listen to you guys give your take on everything. See, my man, he be blowing right now. So this Eagles lit. They live and they lit, so don't get it twisted. But shots out, man. We thank you guys for allowing us to come on and talk about it. And thank you guys that's in the chat room for keeping the conversation going, because you guys add a lot to each show that you tune in, and you give your input. You give us talking points. You give us the feeling of the fan and what's going on, and we like to include you guys
in
the
different
conversation.
segues, different segues
no
we can take. I always appreciate that. That's most important.
We try to keep the chat in here as much as possible. They definitely help with the show. The show's for them, so we like to let them have their point of view as well. See what they're talking about in there. But shout out to y'all 50 plus up in here. Please hit that like on whatever platform you're watching on. We are on the network channel, BGN Sports Media. We are live on there. They're definitely growing. We're almost at the 1K mark. Shout out to BGN Sports Media. We are on Philly Notions channel. What I'm saying? Mr. Warming Up himself. The Reverend DEEGIFTED channel. We are on Bird Game 31's channel. And we're on Twitter, Facebook, and all the network channels on Facebook too. So we are live a lot of places. Shout out to all you guys out there watching. Hit that like wherever you're at. Subscribe to all of us, and also to Eagles Talk, their platforms. We got their all links are inside the descriptions and inside of the chat. So make sure you guys go show some love over there in the Facebook.
Yes,
you guys do mostly Facebook.
I love y'all
right?
energy, man.
Do you guys have a YouTube too?
Y'all gotta have me on one time, man. Especially
you can't have the Eagles Talk without Eagles Talk.
Oh, definitely. We're definitely going to return the love and have y'all come on and bust it up with our crew.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to come over to the YouTube world, BGN Love Eagle Content Creators, baby. We got some of the best in the business. So
I know
there's a lot of us over here. If you guys want to, expand a little bit and have another platform to put that fire content that you guys put out there. But yeah, any last thoughts, or what do you guys think? How high is Jalen Hurts' ceiling? You think he could be MVP this year, or do you just think he's going to progress a little bit from last year before we get out of here?
Well, since I'm his adoptive mother, I'm just going to take this one right now. Seriously though, I mentioned this on our show last week. All this talk about Jalen Hurts' ceiling, I'm just wondering where it comes from, and all these pundits and the fans on WIP. Oh, the eye test. He doesn't pass the eye test. He's reached his peak. It's physically impossible. The boy just turned 24. Your brain and your body doesn't stop.
23.
No, well, he
He
just had
did
a
turn
birthday.
24.
Oh yeah.
He just turned 20. He was
Mm-hmm.
23. As men, you guys develop till you're 25. Science says he's physically not done developing in his brain and in his body and his muscle structure. So how are we saying this boy has hit a ceiling? He's still a child. He can't even come off his parents' health insurance. He's lucky he's rich. Let's be clear about that. So we can't talk about a person's ceiling until they've reached that age of actually being a full-fledged human being. So there is, we don't know what his ceiling will be because we haven't seen Jalen after he's fully developed as an actual person in his body and his mind by science. So that's how I feel about it. I think the sky's the limit for him, and real talk, hard work, dedication pays off. Real talk, whether whether it's coming as fast as we want, but I mean, the quarterback always takes all the heat. I'm a mom of 2 quarterbacks through high school, so I already know. I've been to the camps. I already know what it takes. But he's going to take the heat, even for if Devonte Smith is a rookie running bad routes, even for all those drops last year. They're going to keep blaming. They're going to keep blaming Jalen. The quarterback
for vanilla offense or
for vanilla offense play calling, for being lazy and calling the RPO 20 times in a row instead of designing a play.
Yeah,
come on now. He's taking a heat for everybody and still keeping his chest up high.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say about that.
His
my quarterback.
His ceiling is something that I don't think a lot of people can properly evaluate, because this guy, he's just different. He's just different. And I'm an energy person. I just earlier was talking about how I watch people conferences and everything, and I'm an energy person. And honestly, when I watch and I listen to Jalen Hurts, this guy, now I don't know him personally, I don't know him, none of that, but just how he talk and how he honestly makes me want to be a better person. Just period. People say that about certain people and everything, but now I truly understand. I truly understand what it feels like, to look at a person and be like, damn, every time he talks, just every aspect of how he go about his life, right? It's something that's inspiring, and he proves it. Nobody questions. He's going to do everything he can to improve on his weaknesses or anything that's lacking in his game. Nobody questions that. Nobody questions if he can handle the pressure of Philadelphia. Nobody questions that. Philadelphia has had plenty of quarterbacks, but Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, has shown to be the best leader I've ever seen for play for Philadelphia. Besides Nick Foles. Nick Foles was an excellent leader to be able to galvanize the players and honestly distribute the ball. He literally made everybody want to play because everybody got the ball. Everybody, and just how Nick Foles was, when I watch him in the huddle before they even got the touchdown in the Super Bowl. First thing he say, first off, I love you guys. Bro, that type of leadership, that type of confidence and being able to galvanize and distribute the ball, it was Alshon Jeffrey, fucking forgot the other wide receiver, but he was just distributing the ball beautifully. Jalen Hurts intangibles is something that's going to allow him to reach another peak in his abilities, because a guy can be really talented, right? But it's the intangibles that in the person that allows them to bring out the best in them. You see what I'm saying? Because he got all the talent in the world. This guy works hard consistently, and I believe that was one of the reasons why Jason Kelce and other guys even bought more into the season because of the overall quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He giving these guys motivation, inspiring these guys, making them want to play for him. The whole team love this guy. And I can honestly say his leadership is way better than what we saw in Carson Wentz. Everything that we wanted to see in Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts is everything. Yeah. Jalen Hurts is everything. And one of the things that told me, I know I ain't tripping. He built for the city. You got a quarterback like Donovan McNabb, who's been the quarterback for this city before. You got Donovan McNabb before Jalen Hurts had his first full start of the season. A guy like Donovan McNabb already bought into Jalen Hurts. He knows this guy is capable of being a quarterback. Now, mind you, he watched a whole nother quarterback like Carson Wentz go through the same thing and spoke very differently about this guy. You watch a guy like Jalen Hurts, and then you have another quarterback who actually been in that position, actually validate this guy. You gotta,
because he got booed. He was booed on when he came here, when he got drafted. They didn't believe in him, so he knows exactly what it is. Shout out to Five if he's watching. Hey, Five.
Man, he know what it takes.
You just thought you
I don't know
because you know him. He know you. You better say something.
Hey, Five. Hey, Five.
He don't get enough love, bro. He don't.
Get enough love. Like he is literally, he has the highest stats quarterback in the first 20 games of his career. 4,000. He's the only quarterback 4,000 yards passing.
He's broken some records that we still don't think it's good enough.
Games. Like that is enough progression to know that the dude got skill. You know, I don't know why we keep comparing them to all the. I think the league just really is scared that they don't know how to think of Jalen. Like they want him to be this passer, but does he really need to be?
He's a play. Listen, we had a pregame show. We had a pregame show all season last season, and what did I kept saying? He's a playmaker. He's a baller. He's a baller. He's a winner. The kid is a winner. Dude was tied for fourth in explosive plays for last year. So what that tell you? Then he led the league in as a quarterback for rushing yards last season. So what that tell you?
This is the first time he's getting a second year with the same offensive system since he was like 15, 16.
People aren't realizing it's going to be huge.
He hasn't had this since he was a child.
That matters. Facts. That matters. And listen, without the consistency, that tells you even more about a person. Without the consistency, he was still able to shine throughout every moment.
Make it to the NFL.
Alabama as a true freshman and beat out those guys just by he came in and his body, meaning his play up on the field took over, and he ended up winning that job. Then went over to another team. Did the same thing. Came into the locker room of the Philadelphia Eagles. Just him being himself. You know the guy.
Leaders of the team at his young age.
This is around the time when the team was trying to get young, because y'all remember we was injury plagued, so we was in the transition getting young. So you had a lot of young guys coming into, and then you add Jalen Hurts to the mix as one of the young guys. And you got a sensitive guy like Carson Wentz that don't know how to lead.
Yeah,
you got a bona fide
sensitive is putting it mildly.
Also, you got a bona fide leader in the locker room right here, and everybody knows it, and everybody can see it.
That's what we do in Philly, bro. Like
they mad. That's why he gets to hate. They mad.
Came in and did
they mad. The Minshew Wentz lovers are mad. They just mad. Let them stay mad. Stay mad.
And shout out to AK Eagles. He says he statistically had a better first year than Carson Wentz, and we gave Wentz the keys to Philly. You know, and that's what I think is crazy. Like, he literally has put out, like, yes, you want him to play better, but he was his first year. Like we talked about, there's a lot of reasons why, he didn't play as good as he should have. From drop passes to callback touchdowns to,
a lot of
coaching
to
being a rookie and actor not being able to read defenses.
Oh my God, the worst. That was one of the worst parts of the season, where the drop passes and the callback and the penalties that callback are touchdowns. And special teams.
Easily would have changed the standards of the game.
It was hard for me to get excited for a touchdown. It was hard for me to get excited for anything. It got to a point where I was literally looking at the TV like, where the flag at though? Where the flag at though? Like
they gonna call it that.
But I'm like, where the flag at though? Like I'm part of the other team. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking like, dang. Every time something good happened, you know, it always get washed away. I remember Jalen Hurts threw a beautiful ball to Quez Watkins. I forget who he was playing.
Yes.
But it was a beautiful ball, and he freaking dropped it. He freaking dropped. It was one of the best balls, Jalen Hurts, and I was just like, I bet you this throw, people gonna forget about it, and it's gonna be like. But because I knew we was all still evaluating Jalen Hurts and evaluating, can he make these throws? Can he do that? And making those catches, you know, not only increases the confidence for the wide receiver, but it gives the quarterback confidence too. We was leaning on guys like Jalen Reagor to save us. We had an opportunity. We had an opportunity to beat the New York Giants. I give it to you. Jalen Hurts had a bad game, but at the end of the day, he still gave us an opportunity. And Jalen Reagor let the ball literally smack him right in the face. Like he didn't have no hand-eye coordination or anything. Like,
nothing.
He literally thought like somebody finna hit me. Like, and just literally let the ball hit him straight in the face mask, like hands wide open. It wasn't like a straight diamond. I mean, the hands was open. How is your hands open? Like,
don't be coming at my man Reagor. Don't be coming at Reagor.
Why you lying?
Don't blame Jalen.
He's front.
Blame Jalen.
But they're gonna blame
Reagor is a training camp Hall of Famer. Reagor is a training camp Hall of Famer. Don't be coming at my man. Don't be coming at my man. He's a training camp Hall of Famer.
Oh man!
You watch the video. Slow it down. He was in the air by himself.
He don't. That's not his. He don't do that in the game. He do that in training camp. That's not his job.
Preseason.
He only do that in preseason.
And we was depending upon guys like Jalen Reagor to save us. And you know that was another game where I always said Jalen Hurts gonna always put us in position to win because he's a winner. It wasn't a lot of games where we lost it because of him. It was a few of them, but it's not a lot. And it was games like that where, he had a rough first half, but we had an opportunity to come back and win that game. And Jalen Reagor, and the sad thing about that catch was that was the second catch. It was a pass.
Yeah, I remember that.
He didn't catch that either. And then the second one, it was even worse than that one. I was like, bro, I'm done with you, bro. Like
I think
you can be for a person so much, but it's all about what you show me on the field, dog.
I think at the end of the day, man, you hit it all on the head, man. Like, honestly, the man's leadership, I don't think can be questioned. As everybody said also, I mean, the kid's a winner, right? Like, through all that adversity he faced last year, we still came out with a winning record. First year in the NFL, you got to be proud of that kid for what he took on his back. And then how could even somebody even question this kid's, I guess, ceiling ability when, like you said, he hasn't even played 2 years in a system. We ain't seen nothing that this kid has to offer being in a consistent system. So I can't wait for Jalen to just shut all these people up this year. Because again, I'm not gonna sit here and put out their MVP and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna tell you what, I've already sat on I'm sitting on my little sale over here. I do think he's gonna be the best quarterback this year in this NFC East. We can go and put it at that.
That's right.
And I mean, anything else from there? I mean, yeah, why not? The kid can go out there and get MVP. So we'll see how it goes. And Jalen, I believe in the kid. So we gonna really see how I rock this year.
He helped me win fantasy. I won my whole fantasy. You better talk about it. You better talk about it. I beat Dante, by the way. I beat this guy. Oh, wait, this guy.
I'm definitely
I beat that guy, by the way, in the fantasy finals. I'm the fantasy queen champion. Y'all don't know.
He has everything set up. We were seeing the best wide receiver on the Eagles since T.O. Let's be realistic. He has A.J. Brown at his disposal. When you have like a top-notch receiver, you know what that does for you? even if you're not the most accurate, but when you put a player that is as dynamic as AJ Brown, meaning he can catch those balls if they're not on target. You don't have to be precisely accurate with AJ Brown. AJ Brown will go get it. That's what T.O. did. T.O. can go get it.
Yes,
You could throw it behind him,
about it.
and he
Talk
would catch
about it.
the ball behind him. So a pass that
A
might be,
playmaker.
a pass that may
Yep.
be incomplete with somebody else is not with a receiver such as AJ Brown's talent. So AJ Brown is going to make him better alone. So you see him being featured in the preseason. I feel a little bad for Devonte because he's going to have to look a little extra long, extra long to find Devonte, but you see him developing a chemistry with A.J. Brown. And like in that open practice, that 30-yard touchdown pass showed you what a A.J. Brown could do for somebody like Jalen Hurts. That was a very contested ball. It wasn't a perfectly thrown ball, but A.J. Brown came up with that ball for a touchdown. And those are the type of things that he's going to do for Jalen Hurts. So I see Jalen Hurts definitely having a better season this year just with the addition of A.J. Brown on the team.
And
So
that
how far you
snap
think?
for that was in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
The snap for that play was in the
Yeah.
dirt.
Fact.
He always
That's why I
making
say
tremendous
MVP,
plays.
man.
He
don't
he
need
had
to
a
be
play
that
that
much
was
better.
snap crazy. when
Hold
he
on.
had-
Who is TB71? How you what you talking about? See, who's
Oh, they know. They must be. They know. They know.
What
They
do
know.
you talk? How? What do they know?
He had
What are they
because
talking
he
about?
auto drafted. He had a bunch of
Oh my
Cowboys
God!
players on
Yeah,
his
I did. I had a
fantasy
bunch of
because
Cowboys. But
he didn't show up for the draft, so it auto drafted all half the
damn,
Cowboys
why
squad
you
to
gonna put me on
Dante's
blast like
team.
that?
Ah.
TB71. All right, I remember.
Tell it.
I'm gonna remember that.
Tell
I'm gonna
it.
remember that.
Right? I agree. I agree with
Indeed.
AK Eagles. Yeah, he did. I mean, that's what happens. You know,
See?
when
Yeah.
you're a good receiver and you know how to play with the run game and you know what the run game opens up for you and you take advantage every time you can. That's what AJ Brown's brings to us because he already
Yes.
knows what it is
Yes.
playing with the run game. He knows how the run game can open up and he knows how to take advantage. And I hope he teaches that to Devonte.
And it's gonna be a sense of comfort. We've been waiting for receivers that want to go get the ball. I think the biggest problem with our receivers, past years is none of them they're all there to catch the ball. You didn't really see too many that had that, edge on them about making sure if they throw the ball anywhere in my facility, I'm going up there and get the ball.
Right.
We see a little bit of
But
Quest do it
we had
last
that
Get
year.
with
in the
Alshon, bro.
way. Slap it
We had
down.
that
Do
with Alshon.
something.
Yeah.
No,
That
Alshon
Alshon
was at
was
the
the
back
last
end of his
that guy.
career. He wasn't all that when he was
It's
with us.
Tony Burr and Dante from Australia. We have an Australian
Oh, that's
fan.
oh,
That's
that's T.
TB. That's Tony
That's Tony.
from the down
Tony, why you
under.
doing that? Tony, oh my goodness, he's one of our loyal. He's one of our loyal followers. He's from Australia. He's from down
So it's
under.
like
So
9 a.m.
it's
there
like, what time is it?
tomorrow.
What time is
Salute.
it, Tony? Let me know what time it is where you
He
are.
on the early
He's-
track.
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
2 in the morning for him
Okay.
right now. So yo,
That's what's up.
shout out to you, the loyalty for
What's up,
keeping up with the
Tony?
Eagles and,
Tuned
and,
in.
and following not only this show but
you.
keeping up with us, man. But you ain't have to go there, TB. You did not have to go there. That's
He played
wrong.
the tape. I was like, he's in the circle. He knows.
All right, yeah, I know. I was
So
like,
what's
he
the
got it. He
ceiling
knows
for
something.
So let me ask y'all, what's the ceiling y'all think? I mean, because y'all everybody think that we're gonna have a better season. Jalen Hurts should have a better season. What is how far y'all think he takes us? He is the leader of the team. They say it's predicated on how good he is, but just like Hunger Michelle said, hey, defense still win championships. So how far do you think that Jalen Hurts takes the team, this season? How far y'all think?
I think it's predicated on not only the step up that he takes, because we need to see him take a step up from last year, improve on some of the things that he wasn't particularly good at, but it's also in tandem. It's going to take the offensive coordinator and the head coach also and putting him in the
Steichens
best
on the clock.
position to be successful, doing what, playing to or calling plays to his strength. You know what I'm saying? So it's a combination. It's not just on Jalen. It's on the coaching also. It's on calling the right plays at the right times. catering to his strengths, because that's the sign of a great offensive coach, not trying to force your system upon the quarterback you have, but adjusting your system to take advantage of what your quarterback does best. So we need to see that the play calling do just that. And it goes back to the run or pass. If we are a strong passing team, a strong running team, we need to establish that first and then work off of that. And Jalen made he's throwing a better deep ball this year. I can say that.
Yeah,
I'm hearing
yeah,
reports.
For sure.
He's throwing a better deep ball. So let's take advantage of that. And we're not seeing any of that. I'm not hearing of any of those long passes in preseason. And I've heard some of the reasons for that is that they don't want to show a lot before the first or second cuts, because they don't want guys. Well, this is just what I hear, but they don't want guys to be cut and then go to other teams and show. But I think that's ridiculous. They should be practicing plays that they're going to run this year. So I haven't heard anything from Quez Watkins. Why are we not seeing more bombs for Quez? He's the fastest receiver in the league. Why are we not hearing more reports
And I love
of
Quez.
him taking
I love
shots to him?
Quez. Yeah.
Why are we not
People
seeing? We're
worried
seeing a
about it.
lot of dinking and dunking. Hearing reports of dinking and dunking in practice with AJ Brown and slants and stuff like that. And I know that's one of his strengths, catching the ball and running, and the yak. And I'm not talking about Hennessy, but I'm talking about the yak. You know what I'm saying? So that's great, but I want to see some down the field plays, and it's going to be up to Steichen
So how
and
far you
Nick
think
Sirianni.
Jalen Hurts take
Well,
the team? With all that being said,
I still got him at 11 games. I still got him.
yeah,
at 11 games.
I still think 11, but to
that
Don,
with a playoff win though, like
we making a playoffs.
Oh, definitely making
we're
the
definitely
playoffs.
we're definitely
playoff victory though.
yeah,
You
no,
think
we're
Jalen
definitely
Hurts-
I would say we're definitely getting one playoff win. Definitely getting one playoff win. But I would also say, to Dante's point, we can't get lazy with the RPO. Like I think we were so dependent on it. And I'm sorry, but if you're not putting pen to paper as a coach, that's what Foles and Doug Peterson had.
Man.
And that's what Peterson had. Period. He knew how to put pen to paper, and they was drawing up plays.
Yeah, they was getting people open. They was getting separation. I swear
right.
That
Because you got to put pen to paper. You can't get lazy and depend on the RPO half the game. It doesn't work that way. The RPO should be on special case scenarios when you're running your option. But you need to put pen to paper and actually design some things. You need to scheme some things and give them different looks. And I didn't see that at all last season. That's what I'm looking for from Steichen and Sirianni. I need some schemes. I don't want to know that you're running the ball.
Right.
I don't want to know that you passing it to Watkins. I don't want to know that, this is Devontae's. I don't want to know that.
Right. And the crazy thing that you brought up, about, Nick Foles and them, the whole season with Doug Peterson, it was like every game, it was something new. It was something different. They was just doing so much different stuff. You didn't know what you was finna get.
Pen to paper.
Each game was different, and I think really throughout that whole playoff run, my favorite one was the one against Minnesota. I mean, that game, it was lights out. He was just dialing up everything, and then it just translated into the Super Bowl where
digging in the crates. He dug in the crates.
They dissecting, they understanding how to attack defenses, and that's what I need to see from Nick Sirianni. He needs to be, that creative mind that he was originally hired for. I know he took a backseat to the play calling and everything, but he still needs to show the ability to, let these guys know this is not creative enough. I know they all like to say they don't like to put everything on one person. They love to say, especially in the conferences, it's a collective thing. Well, look, if you got your hands in this too, and it's all with the play design, then I expect for you to, up it up a little bit, be more creative.
Quick question. Yeah. No, I just wanted to add a quick question because I know you want a topic of, kind of this offense running. Would you allow Jalen to kind of have some, open play calling, kind of taking that command, calling plays at the line? Is this, because I know we put a lot of faith in, having these coaches setting these, setting setting us up for success. But I think Jalen's ready to start taking
If he
some
a
of this
franchise
ownership.
quarterback, then yes, he needs to be able to do that. Like I shouldn't have to be worried about that. Now, mind you, we looking for a franchise quarterback. Anything a franchise quarterback can do, I expect Jalen Hurts to be able to do that. And I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. I've been seeing the progress each and every season, each and every game. He just shows what he's a winner. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want a winner. And this guy has shown the ability to win at every level he's played in. And so he got us to the playoffs this year. We got even more better weapons. Second year in the offense. I'm really hoping that shows to be a huge benefit, because he needs to be able to read these guys. I love a talented person, but I love the IQ of a quarterback. That's my favorite thing about a quarterback. That's why Peyton Manning is one of my favorites. This guy IQ. Yeah. I don't know if a lot of guys watch Peyton Manning
his football IQ is unmatched.
His, in NFL film stuff, but his IQ, and really it's every great quarterback's IQ. Is just everybody does it differently, but his IQ, he needs to be able to assess the situation, make the checks, and make the right reads, and see that third guy. He needs to be able to see a Devonte Smith open. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be able to see these guys open. That's actually one of the biggest things that I'm looking for Jalen Hurts to do, and for him to be able to him to see that third read, and for him to stop doing what he did last year, which was he kept on staring down the wide receiver.
He didn't look him off.
The great quarterbacks do not do that. That head movement, that's decisive. You got 3 seconds. You need to know how you finna play with these safety eyes. You can't be, staring down the guy, because you got opportunities where a guy would have been open, but since he was, just staring them down like that, the guy cover or it's a pick, or it look like a duck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking for him, his eye placement to be a whole lot better, a whole lot crisper. He needs to realize that plays a huge factor, especially if you're gonna be throwing a deep ball. So yeah, I'm just looking for him to be able to make that progress in his read, and actually look off the safety, because I'm not asking for him to be some great quarterback with his arm. I'm just looking for him to be able to make those key plays, make those plays on third down with his arm instead of his legs, because eventually come time playoffs, they scheming up for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping, I'm just hoping to see that third read progress, and him to be able to look off those safeties. If he can do that, that already shows the improvement, the amount of improvement, because that's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? And so with all the little off-season little workouts that they say he did with the quarterback guru and everything, all right.
Yeah, you got to study. Well, Mahomes said that he didn't start mastering reading defenses until his 4th year.
And what that tell you?
That it's not
just
easy.
FYI,
it's not an easy.
It's not easy. I know what it takes to go through trying to read the defenses and the classes they even give the high school and college kids that are playing quarterback. It's not an easy task, because every defense is different. You know what I mean? It's everything from knuckle placement to who shifts to their right foot to their left foot to what scheme they're running. It's a science to it. And most people think that stuff happens overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes quarterbacks a few years to learn how to read a defense at every level. It takes them a while. By the time they know how to read defenses in high school, they're damn near seniors. Same thing with college. Same thing with NFL. It takes you almost 4 to 5 years to really read defenses effectively as a quarterback.
And look, and that's just reading defenses. That's not even including trying to read the disguised defenses, because, you got to know what you're doing there. You know what I mean? So I think this second year in Jalen Hurts playing in this system should really pay off, which is why, as big of a Jalen Hurts fan as I am, if he is my franchise quarterback, I can't give him no slack. I need to see him able to do it with his arm. You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to do that, believe that. You know, I need to be able to see drop it in the basket.
So real quick, we got a quick question up in here. With my guy Jadis Young says, okay, I got a question. So if we win 10 games, is it a success season? Or no, do they fire people? I guess now this is a question. What do you say? Don't skip the others like every other. You wilding, Jadis. All right, so we got your question in, bro. If we win 10 games, is this season a success or not?
No.
11 minimum.
I don't know, because you can win 10, get in the playoffs, and make a little run. So it's going to take more than just the 10 wins to tell me if it's a successful season.
We got to win a playoff game, then it's a success.
If you get in and we make it to the NFC Championship game, now is it a successful season?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little different. So I can't just go off of regular season wins. I mean, what's going to determine that is what they do if they make the playoffs. Now, if they win 10 games, don't make the playoffs, no, that's not a successful season.
No, okay.
Either way,
I definitely agree. But if we win 10 games and we lose the division, it's not a successful season.
No, we can't lose the division no matter what. We have to win the division, period, to be successful.
I like that.
Period.
We have one team that can beat us on the roster. Like, I have to pull teeth to find 4 losses every time I go out there and I say 13-4. And that's just me being like, okay, I know they can't win every game, which I think they can, but I know they can't win. Theoretically speaking, they're not going to win every game. So 4 games, there's a couple of like emotional games. You got like the Dallas game or a Tennessee type game, or even a Jacksonville upset because Dougie P's there. And they got some new talent over there. It's like those are the games that you're looking at that maybe we can lose. Other than that, we got the best roster. I don't even know too many other rosters better than our roster this year with the depth and the talent. So we should bet. I've been saying it all off season long. This is the time to be ecstatic as fans. To support your team the most, to just go crazy about it, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we got that team. We're paper champs this year. And this is the first time the Eagles ever been paper champs. Usually we're that fighting, scrappy team that, we might have a couple of holes, but we're still doing it. That's what makes us proud to be Eagle fans, But this year we are paper champs. We got the most depth. We're top 5 in pretty much every category and every position. So embrace that. Love it. Next year's not going to be the same team. So embrace it this year. And let's go see us win another Super Bowl this year.
I know that's right.
I agree with all of that, fellas.
I definitely agree. Sure, Dante said it earlier about us starting off, hot. We got to start off on a hot streak. We got to start off, at least 3-0, 4-0. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, that's the expectations. If we have a franchise quarterback, which we all, assuming we all believe in Jalen Hurts. If we got a franchise quarterback and the defense got all the damn tools they motherfucking needed and all the gifts in the world, we better start off 3-0. And we better beat Dallas at least once this year. You know what I mean? So, hey, we got a lot of things, that we still got to prove. And that's why it's only a few games. As easy as the schedule is, we still got a few games that's testers out here. We still got the Arizona game. We still got Dallas. We still, that's gonna let us know is that something that we changed, because last year we couldn't beat a good team, but when it came to all the cool and below average teams, we dominated. You know what I'm saying? So it showed that we could win those games, but can we transition? Can we see the growth this season and beat actual good teams? I don't want to be like Dallas.
You ain't lying. Listen, I think we all got, it's honest and fair to say we have high expectations for this team. So I know, there's a lot of trolls out here we got to deal with, on the Dallas side, on the Washington side, the Giants side, that, they try to suck us back in and try to tell us to don't be happy. We're going to be trashed this year. Nah, I think we all got expectations for a reason. We have a talented roster on the offense and defense. So I completely agree. Listen, it's got to at least be playoffs. If we ain't making the playoffs, that's an automatic failure, in my opinion. So
if we don't win a
it starts
division,
there.
it's a failure.
Division and a playoff win.
And a playoff win. And the playoff
Period.
win.
Period. Minimum.
And
Bare
that's what
minimum.
I'm saying.
NFC East
win,
championship minimum.
Listen, a playoff win. If we're expecting a playoff win, that's why I'm saying an NFC championship is a realistic thing. Just on the strength of how the schedule is, we could easily have one of the top records in the NFC. You know what I mean? And then we prove a point, win the playoff game, we in the NFC championship. Like, bro, this could be the year.
It starts with getting there. You gotta get your ticket to the dance. So I hope that we make it. Hey, BG, go ahead and yeah, man. I know it's getting to that time. We about an hour and 45 in, so I know we've been rocking with everybody all night.
Still
and
50 plus deep, man. Shout out to all you guys, man.
Salute to the whole gang in the building.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I'm good, man. Like, thank you guys so much for stopping by, bringing your Eagles knowledge over here, to our platforms, man. It's been a blast. Hope we can do some shows, this season moving forward. So, you guys have any final words?
I know. Hope we will. You gotta realize. Yes. You gotta speak things into existence.
Season is just starting. Y'all already know what time it is.
Oh no, we definitely gonna have to hook up with you guys and collab a little bit more, man. I'm glad I answered the call. He reached out to me, and I didn't have the time before, but I saw it this week, and I was like, yeah, what name the time? I'm there. Whatever you want, I'm there. So after this experience, like I said, I'm honored, man. You guys run a show that is really lit. It is lit. And it's fire. and I want to have you guys come and bring that same energy and excitement and knowledge, because that's what it's about. Bringing that knowledge to our show and blessing our fans with that. So,
and we have YouTube too. Let them know we do have YouTube.
We do have YouTube.
We're live on YouTube too. Yeah, we're both on Facebook, YouTube.
We come on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Same bat channel, same bat time. Make sure you check us out. This Thursday, you won't see the beautiful Nichelle because she dissing us. I mean, I don't know. She's going somewhere. She got something.
I have to take my youngest back to college, and I wanted to do it tonight, but scheduling and all that stuff.
Right. So we'll be on. We'll be on Thursday night, and I'll reach out to you guys. If you guys are available, you may be able to sit in for Nichelle because he's not going to be here. We have one other co-host.
You're so quick to replace me. Damn.
I'll replace your ass with three.
You know they not having it. They will revolt. Dion will come on and revolt.
I know they will. But thank you guys so much, man. We appreciate it, man, and we will have you guys on the show, man. You guys do an excellent job.
Thank you for having.
Yeah, I'm definitely sub
up.
Coming
and hang up.
Yes, we definitely gonna sub up. But hey, Notion, get us out of here. Let's do it.
Man, you already know. Look, again, everybody, take this preseason for what it is. Grain of salt. We're gonna have a game here come Friday. Ain't no, I ain't trying to be looking for after the game overreaction. Saturday, everybody melting down because we ain't see what we wanted to see. Just remember, hopefully we ain't getting no injuries. We playing this game smart and let the chips fall how they may. Again, we got an objective. Playoffs at least. Hey, Nichelle said we need to win this division. Y'all know what time it is. And hey, the rest, hopefully we get us another one of these. Because I'm getting anxious. It's been too long, gang. So hey, y'all have yourselves a safe and fantastic Eagles Day. It's always fly, Eagles fly. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Gonna keep the notion. Salute.
Peace.